Hello, beautiful Aries. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. This is your monthly read for April. But before we start this, I just want to say a few things. First, I want to say this is probably the biggest month for you because we have a solar eclipse in a new moon in your sign. That's coming up on the 8th of April. So, depending when you listen to this, obviously, you might already feel affected and before it, and you will feel affected for sure long after. And so I'm going to do a reading on this because I feel like it's extraordinary. There's so many things being said about this particular date. I think it so varies where you come from. I just know it's going to have an impact. If you're have a strong Aries in your chart, if you're Aries sun, if you're Aries moon, and if you're Aries rising, probably also Aries north node, is like you're gonna feel this one. And it's not in a bad way, I don't think. Just grand opportunities, big shifts, things out of the blue, things like that. So just a heads up on that. That's probably going to influence the reading today, or the feeling, or like the message that you're going to receive for the month of April. Yes. I also want to say I right now have an offer. So if you want to, this is for just an Easter offer. So if you find this message in the month of July of 2024 or 2026, it no longer applies. And that's why I don't write anything in a description box. I'm just telling it to you right now. So if you find this message in the month of April, let's say that, let's extend it. I have a 25% discount on my personal readings right now. So please read about it in the description and send me a message if that sounds interesting to you. I think that's it. Please subscribe to the channel. You have done that a lot lately, and it really has helped the channel a lot lately. So thank you so much, and thank you for your likes, and thank you for your donations. I see those as well. So thank you so much, guys. Let's get into your reading. What's up with Aries for the month of April? I'm going to start with an overall energy here for this. And now the name, I've done this so many years. Mystical Wisdom is the name of the deck. Mystical Wisdom. An overall energy here for the month of April. And then we're going to go deeper into it. And then end with some messages from the fairies. Face your fears. The overall energy here is to face your fears, Aries. That's interesting. Release the power of fear. So what I'm seeing here is someone, obviously you're going to see that as well. Someone's being blindfolded, and there's I just see that there's something that you don't want to see right now. Aries, is there something that you are a little bit naive towards? Is there a behavior in you that you think oh, everything is just fine, I don't need to change anything? Or is there something going on in your life that if you change that thing, that's gonna really lighten your load a lot? There's something I just feel like you don't want to see or face or interact with, if that that might upset something, or just keep it as status quo as one can. And this month is gonna, if you and again, I don't want to scare anyone with this, but the tower moment seems to come in when we have certain places that we want to go. When you feel I want to change in my life, I want something to be different in terms of my health, in terms of my friendships, in terms of my work, in terms of love life, whatever's going on, in your life. It's going to be different for everyone. And it's just not working. It's just not working. Something's up, Then there could be incidences or implications or things that just tries to get your attention to okay, so Aries, you need to look at this. You need to change this in order for you to get to where you want to be. And I just feel like there's a little bit of resistance there to look at that very thing. So if everything runs smoothly for you, obviously you don't have to think about anything or change anything. But if there is something you want to move in a certain different direction, and and things are being presented to you that you can change to lighten the load, to lighten the energy, to start to move in that particular direction and you don't take it, the Tower tends to come in. Like, excuse me, to speak in tarot terms, God, the universe, tends to come in and like nudge you in whatever direction that you need to go in. Okay? This is the main, like, face your fears. Look at something. And I also got like overthinking, like complete overdoing it in your mind. Like, look at this brain. It's like we've done this on Aries and we're looking at the brain. If we can focus here. It's like so much mishmash, like so much going on there. Like you're overthinking, like just really being up in your head to try to just come down in your heart a little bit. So it's like an overdoing it in your mind. That might be due to like full moon energies, eclipses, new moon energies, everything that's going on in your sign in particular, and also with everything that's going on in the ethers overall. There might just be an overload in your mind. So just try to calm that down as much as you can. So let's go deeper into the message of April, please. What do we have for Aries for the month of April? And I also want to say, everyone or anyone who watched the little video on I'm Done, which is about my son and his cochlear implant, thank you so much for your beautiful comments. Your love, your support has just been mind-blowing. And I haven't really actually had time to answer all your beautiful comments. Probably got to half of them. And it just feels so amazing to have like a support system out there. Let's see what comes out here. We have the Chariot and King of Raphael. This is, wow. I feel like there's one more and then we're going to use another deck. Ha. And the World card, it's so fitting. The Chariot, determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. This is a movement forward. This is something like, I know with the rest of the cards, I just see that, excuse me. I just want to say, like, you have, face your fears is the, you know, there's something that's going to have you face your fears this month. Have you come face to face with something that you just want, and even if that scares you a little bit, or even if that's like, oh, that's not something that I want, I just feel like it's going to get so much lighter. Like, this is the thing that's been in the way of you or something else. And it might just be, just the other day, I just had this feeling myself that something had been so like stuck in my energy and been with me for such a long time. And just in an instant, it wasn't a collision. It wasn't something that I needed to, you know, face or have a struggle with or be in conflict with. It just sort of came to the realization, like almost like an aha moment, that the thing that had bothered me or had been stuck, almost to the point that I don't realize how stuck it was until it lets go, that when it let go, it was like, oh my sweet Lord, how much in the way this has been, and how something that has been so much in the way can just like that be gone. It's almost weird to then start to live without it. It's like if that is not going to be an issue anymore, like what now is out there? Like, what's the next step? And I just feel like there's something for you, like something similar that, however, sorry for the cough. I have a little bit of a cold. Whatever you have to deal with is going to be like so in your favor. So even if you deal with it in whatever way you're dealing with it, if you tend to like a little bit more drama, you're probably going to deal with it in a more dramatic way. If you tend to like a little bit more conflict, it's going to be a little bit more conflict for you. If you just like ease and flow, it's going to just get really light really quickly. However this shows up for you, I just feel the release of it is going to get you to like such a better place. And it's coming up here, like it's safe to trust. King of Raphael. Knowing who he is, but like testing the waters, testing his emotions, testing what's working and what's not. And it's almost like you find yourself in this new position. Like you want to so move forward, and the I'm so sorry. So I know there's going to be a little bit of a cut here in the energy of the video because I need to take a coughing moment there. So as I go back into the message, it's interesting because it's almost like I don't know how many of you guys have seen the movie Interstellar. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. And do not have any spoilers here if you haven't, watched it. It's like I watched the Chariot card, and then I watched the King of Raphael there. So it's like this is you, Aries, and then you have your guardian angel. You have Raphael with you. And in this card, you are the guardian angel. So there's something about you are what you pray to. That's really profound. Like you are what you pray to. You are what you're asking for help from, or what you're the guidance you want, the things you try to solve, or the issues that you think you have, that you are like reaching out to someone, to acknowledge that someone, even though if there are like angels and guardian angels and guides and all of this, that on some level that it's you, that you don't, there's something about like, oh, little old you, like you're making, like, just here's what I'm trying to say. Make sure that you don't put the angels on a pedestal. Make sure that that it's not like you down here on earth, the small little you, compared to the grandiose things that you're praying to or that you're asking for help from, because on some level, that guardian angel is you. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting interstellar vibes here. Both of these cards are very much like forward movement, taking action, going for what you want, like the creative arts. Like if you have an interest in art or music or like the creative endeavor, and you can do a lot of things right now. Like April probably will be the most lucrative, energetic, moving month for you. Not to say that every other month is going to be slow, but this is the catalyst month for sure. It can also be because King of Raphael is all about like assisting other people, wanting to help, wanting to come from this very wise place in giving advice to other people, and take it really seriously when you do. And it can even be that you're meeting someone else this month, that whether that's a romantic type or a new friendship, or just someone that you just really trust in, that you can actually, this is not actually usually what this card says, but it's the same vice versa, like that you can actually trust and that you can get advice from. And there's something about, maybe that has to do with your fears, like to relate, you don't constantly, okay, this is interesting because it's like just try to follow me here. There's one vibe of you, Aries, that you can do everything yourself. You're so up in your head because you're going to solve everything yourself. You know it yourself. You're the one that gives other people advice, right? You're the father figure, the mother figure, the one that solves it, the one that comes with the answers. And if you don't have any answers to give, you're going to find someone to give some answers. Like that's Aries, and that's King Raphael. At the same time, you're being guided to, like, it's so interesting because you have that sort of aspect of you. You have that belief in yourself that you can give that advice to people, that you have many things to say about many things. And at the same time, you're being like, there's a fear to step out and receive the help back and receive advice from other people. God knows other people might actually have an answer for you or know more than you do. And it's not from, it's asking you similarly, like, okay, so here on earth, like in compared to other earthlings, it's like you have taken the position of you have so much advice to give. But as it comes to you and the heavens, it's like then it's a big separation. Then you're just a little person, and there's the God and the angels and all of that. And it's in a way asking you to, on one level, this is why I'm saying keep with me here, because on one level it's like the angels are asking you to please don't make such a difference between you and God. And in another aspect, it's like saying, maybe you don't have to give so much advice to other people. You might actually be able to get some advice from other people. So it's like on an earthly level, as an earthling, it's like play yourself down a little bit and maybe don't be so quick to give advice to others, and instead allow yourself for other earthlings to give you advice. I'm sorry if the delay there's on your end as well. And then vice versa. It's like, don't be so quick to think that you're smaller than God, smaller than the universe, smaller than, on a, micro level we are. Obviously, we're like, we don't mean anything in the scheme of the universe. But there's something here about like, put yourself in a more vulnerable position on the earth, and put yourself in a more powerful position when it comes to the heavens. It's like a shift in perspective with heaven and earth and heaven. Really interesting. And then we have the World card, which is also like, because we have King Raphael and because we have the Chariot, it's so much more movement forward, and like we're thinking about what we can do moving forward, the change going forward. And the World card, it talks about ending and wrapping up something old, but the ending leads to something new. You're really, really happy to see this old phase be done with, and this old chapter be done with, and maybe even a part of yourself be done with. You might even find like a new version of yourself as you move forward. I'm so sorry. The throat is there, and it's like a little itch tickle, so it like sparks the cough. Let's see how far we can go here, or if we should just wrap it up sooner than later. Can we just clarify or go deeper still into this message, please, for Aries for the month of April? And this is your birthday month, I just realized. So happy birthday, Aries. Goodness. Prosperity begins. Look at that. Prosperity begins. We're ending something old. There's great forward movement. Letting go of the old behaviors. Letting go of fear. Wow, balance. And so many number ones. Like you're coming into alignment. I just feel like something you've been working on for such a long time. We have balance and we have prosperity begins, and we have 111. That's alignment, pure alignment. Balance is talking, I just look at that image. It looks like Aries is shooting up through the ethers up into the heavens. Like, okay, I'm not going to play myself down anymore. I'm not going to play this game smaller anymore. It's there's a change in the wind for sure, and this month is going to bring that change, this energy. Your birthday month, this is the Aries season. It's like, yeah, there's a shift, and I think you might have even been like naive to this behavior going on, or like, do I dare to say a little bit arrogant to this behavior going on. You played it up as a human. I'm sorry for sounding a little bit harsh now, but it feels like you've been playing it up as a human with not much foundation. Does that make any sense? It's like, because you don't feel too much in alignment, this is alignment. but because you haven't felt too much alignment with the angels. It's not like you're right up there with the angels, speaking their language, hearing them clearly, having a clear communication with God or with the universe, where you feel like, oh my goodness, like the universe always has my back, and whatever I want to do, like I'm so in like alignment. We're such a team, you know. It feels like rather you've been doing this life on your own. Even if you believe in God and believe in the angels and believe in the universe, and you have an understanding of where we come from and all of that, that's not it. Just because we know something doesn't mean that we feel it. Feel it, sorry. And now it's because it's been foundationless. It's a little bit, this is why I say it sounds maybe a little bit harsh, but it's like a lot of talk and no doing. And maybe you feel that. Maybe you feel in your life like there's been so many dreams and so many ideas and so many wants and wishes on your part, but it rarely comes through, or it's, if it comes through, it's such a struggle to get to that place. Or it might still be wishes that you have that you feel like, no, I don't see them still. They're not here still. I'm working on this thing still. And it doesn't matter if you're 25 or 85. You have the full right to say as a 25-year-old that you've fought for something for a long time. But if you're 85, I understand it even more. Like if there's something and it just doesn't come to fruition, it's because it's been foundationless. Because it's like you talk a big game and you have the big dreams and you have the big wishes, but because you feel so dissociated, because you feel so not with God and so not aligned with the angels, like the angels are asking you, please come down, like please don't put us on a pedestal. The one that you're praying to is yourself. And so I think that before, when you prayed before, you feel like you are this tiny person praying to something greater, and it's this greater thing that's going to help you. And as you don't feel aligned with the thing that's going to help you, it's been foundationless. I hope you understand what I mean. And I think that this shift for you is going to change everything. That's why prosperity finally can begin, because now you're starting to get balance with it. You're getting balance with your own true self, your own true nature, where you are from. You don't just know where you're from. You feel it. You're coming into alignment with it. And so therefore true prosperity can begin. What? Okay, some message from the fairies. And notice it's not from the angels. I've gotten a lot of information about the fairies lately and how I'm supposed to bring myself closer with the fairies. And so I will do that and try it out and see if there's a big opening there for me when it comes to the fairyland. I mean, how fitting is this? This is in Swedish. I'm gonna just translate it, but it's in Swedish. If there's any Swedish people out there, väck upp ditt sanna jag. I mean, how fitting. And in English, I would say, direct translation, it would be, wake up your true self. Like your true self needs to wake up. And this is exactly what we've been talking about. Like your true self, the aligned self, the one that knows that there's no difference there's no difference in, I don't even know what this word means, but I'm going to use the word reverence. I heard the word reverence, but I don't actually know what it means, and not in this particular. Okay, I'm just going to use the word reverence, but then I'm going to say there's an undermining yourself. Like if you compare yourself to the angels, you're going to say you're less than. You're not less than, you're just on a different level. You're on a different dimension. And that's it. And when you start to wake up your true self, when you're starting to wake up to the knowledge of who you truly are, it's a game changer. That's why you can finally begin this prosperity. It's like we talk about heaven on earth, but I think you should start to talk about earth on heaven. Earth in heaven. Okay? That's what I have for you, beautiful Aries. I hope my voice didn't screw up too much for you listening to this. I still wanted the messages to come out for this month. Okay. Have a beautiful, expanding, explosive month this month, Aries. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.